ever just existed? It's something we take for granted every single day. But what if I told you that you, the tree outside your window, and even the bacteria on your phone screen are all part of the most mind-bogglingly improbable chemical accident in the history of the universe? Today, we're breaking down how life began, why it's so weird, and why your very existence is an astronomical stroke of luck. Let's start with the ingredients. To build a human, you don't need exotic materials. You just need carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and a few pinches of others. Total cost? A few dollars. But getting those ingredients to animate, that's the trick. In 1953, two scientists, Stanley Miller and Miller-Urey, tried to bake life from scratch. They put the gases of early Earth into a flask and zapped it with electricity to simulate lightning. The result? They found amino acids, the building blocks of proteins. It was a breakthrough. But here's the catch. An amino acid is just a letter. To make a functioning protein, you need to string hundreds of these letters together in a perfect, specific order. The odds of that happening by sheer luck? It's like a tornado blowing through a junkyard and accidentally assembling a fully functional Boeing 747. If amino acids are letters, the cell is the library. But it's not a dusty, quiet library. It's a high-tech metropolis. Inside you, trillions of cells are performing a frantic dance. Proteins are being built and destroyed every second. And then there's DNA, the instruction manual. But here's the paradox Bill Bryson loves to point out. DNA is useless without proteins to read it. But you can't build those proteins without the instructions from DNA. They both needed to show up at the party at the exact same time for life to work. And don't forget the grand merger. Billions of years ago, one cell likely swallowed another bacterium. Instead of digesting it, they formed a partnership. That tiny prisoner became the mitochondria, the engine that gave life enough power to stop being tiny blobs and start being, well, us. Once life started, it refused to quit. And this is where it gets personal. Earth has tried to kill life at least 5 times. Massive asteroids, volcanic winters, freezing ice ages. 99.9% of everything that has ever lived is extinct. But your ancestors? They never missed a beat. For 4 billion years, every single one of your direct ancestors managed to survive long enough to pass on their genetic code before they died. That is a winning streak that defies logic. We often think of ourselves as the masters of the earth, but as Bryson points out, we're just a lucky late arrival on a planet run by bacteria. We are a collection of recycled atoms that once belonged to stars, dinosaurs, and even Caesar, held together for a few decades just to experience the universe. So, the next time you feel small, remember, you are a 4 billion-year-old miracle in the making. If you enjoyed this deep dive into our origins, hit the like button and subscribe for more journeys into the how and why of everything.